Hello guys, this is Avcoor. Was back with some more Final Fantasy Crisis content. I know I've been away for a while, but wow, man, they really did themselves. They did us a solid, really. So let's talk about the Cloud and Aerith banner, because I think there's a couple of things I want to shed light on. First thing, I will say that is it a must summon banner? Is this a banner that you really need to summon on? I'm going to answer that question at the end. But first, let's talk about what we got here. Yeah, this is some interesting stuff. Let's go to try on one. So I actually like Cloud's costume. If we hide user interface real quick, I think it's pretty neat. I think it reminds me of Sora though. If you guys played Kingdom Hearts, that's what it reminds me of. It's basically Sora at the beach. The aesthetics are, yeah, they're desirable. I don't think I would fight in it. I don't think this is a costume I would like really enjoy looking at all the time. Much like Zack's costume, him being like half naked is not really cool to me. But there are some neat, unique mechanics inside of the whole setup for Cloud that is kind of setting him up to be a long term character. So, what am I saying when I talk about this? So, let's start with Maritime Sword. Maritime Sword is actually a solid weapon when you compare it to Murasame. Murasame actually has two more points of physical attack and two minus points of heal. So the trade off is small, but it is noticeable. I will say that. But Sea Splitter does the same amount of damage as Thunderstrike. So keep that in mind as we go through this, that Sea Splitter and Thunderstrike do the same damage. So pretty much it's almost the same weapon. And you got boost attack and you have boost water potential. Pretty much the same thing as Murasame has. So when we look at your materia, it's almost the same thing as Murasame has. And we're going to actually look at Murasame for a deeper comparison because you're getting physical attack boost 1, you're getting physical attack boost 1 on your secondary material slot, and you're getting sigil boost 1 circle. I call it circle. So every time you put a circle sigil into this, you're actually going to get 2, which is pretty good. It's special. It's unique. It actually makes him very usable in combat. And this is the baseline point of this weapon and Murasame. They make Cloud useful in combat. So for me, what I'm interpreting from this is we're looking at a long-term investment Cloud. We're looking at a guy who is going to get a fire sword, he's going to get a wind sword, he's going to get an earth sword, and he's going to get fire, wind, earth, and blizzard. So he's probably going to get all 4 of those swords that pretty much do the same thing, and you'll be able to use him in any form of content. You'll just get his weapon, get his gear, and he'll be able to be that unit that you can depend on to do insane amount of DPS. So in the whole scheme of things, this actually makes Cloud really good. If you're a serious Cloud player, I think you should actually get this weapon. Because what's going to happen is when the fire sword comes out, when the ice sword comes out, you're going to be like, oh man, I didn't get the water sword. That's where we're at. And I think the devs are being really sneaky by showing us this. Because they're going to say, oh, well, we're going to bring out Maritime Sword again. And now you're definitely going to will because you want the complete set. So I think they're setting up Cloud to be a very, very potent cash cow. Not only potent cash cow, but potent unit in turn. So let's go and check Murasame real quick, and I'll show you. So, like I said, wow, Murasame actually has 2 - 2 on the magic attack, and then he has +2 on the physical attack. Slight mistake. So Thunder Strike does 40%, like I said. You get boost physical attack and you get boost lightning potential. Oh, wow. Okay. So you get boost physical attack 1, boost physical attack, and then you get boost sigil triangle. Wow. Oh, wow. So if you combine these two weapons, oh my gosh. Wow. So you're basically going to be able to, wow. So you get boost sigil triangle on this, and wow, that's pretty good. That's really good. Oh my gosh, that's wow. The devs are really trying to trick us with this. If you're a cloud player, you're looking at this and you're wondering, well, what are they going to do next? That's the question I get from this weapon. What are they going to do next? Are they going to take Cloud down this path where he gets every elemental version of a weapon with a corresponding sigil? Is that going to happen? Because if that happens, we're definitely going to have to summon to get these weapons. That kind of sucks because I really want to get Tifa's weapon, but when you're looking at the whole, if you're a cloud player, you're kind of wanting this weapon, and I'm messed up right now because we're not trying to whale now because we're trying to save up for Sephiroth, and it, yeah, this brings up a lot of questions. But I'm going to tell you my overall opinion at the end. So, Maritime Sailor, boost HP, and Water Mastery. I think this is incredible. I think this is a really good costume. But somebody's going to say, you know, Avcoor, there's no attack on it. Yeah, I agree. There's no attack on it. But this is what I'm going to say in a counter argument. Listen to me real quick. HP is one of the most important stats that you can have in this game. The higher you go up the ladder in content, the more important this gets. Like, I I think when we get Sephiroth, I think Sephiroth is coming with HP and physical attack. I think he's either coming with HP and physical attack or HP and ability attack. He's coming with HP because if he doesn't, he's not going to be as good as people will assume. Because unless they find another way to squeeze on some HP onto his stat chart or his base stats have high HP, there's going to be something left to be desired. HP is super important, and the fact that they gave him HP is really good. I think this is a really good costume because you're going to need HP. Water Mastery, eh, I guess it's a whole theme of you combine Cloud's costume with Cloud's weapon to get maximum damage, and that works. But overall, solid costume, real solid costume. This whole setup is real solid. There's nothing wrong with it. If you invest, there's nothing wrong with it. So let's talk about Aerith. As an Aerith player, I have a couple of concerns, and then when you think about it, are they really concerns? So let's start with Sun Umbrella. Sun Umbrella is the thing that really got me excited about this character. If you're a player that really looks at this game, assesses it, and looks for ways in order to micromanage and improve your characters, Sun Umbrella is something that you've been waiting for, and it's something that I've been waiting for. For the simple fact is, if you look at Aerith's attack weapons, most of them do AoE damage. They either do Blizzaga or Thundaga, and that's good, and that's really good. But we do want a weapon that deals single target damage, because as an attacker, there is something to be left to the there's something left to be desired, is what I'm saying. Like, she has high magic offensive potential, but she never had the foundation in order to maximize it. It was just based on her raw stats that and her character stream that allowed her access to that high magic stat, but she never got to maximize it. Wow, this is a nice skin. This is a nice skin. So yeah, this is nice. But Sun Umbrella allows her to do that. So when we look at boost magic attack, which is really good, this is something that you want for a magic attacker. And on top of that, you do want boost magic attack. So when you're in your attack stance and the dog is max, you get more damage on your skills. That's really good. That's what you want to see. So when we go to her materia slots, attack boost is good. Magic attack boost is even better. And magic attack boost is good. This is overall really solid. Like, for a main weapon, you do want this. You can't really ask for more than that, right? You can't ask for any more than what you're getting here because she's primarily a magic damage dealer. I'm glad that the stats on her weapon are skewed to magic and heal. You don't really need physical attack with Aerith. I never used it. Excuse me. I never used it, so this weapon is very, very, very solid. It's very good. So let's talk about her costume for a second. For a wizard, this is the perfect costume. It's doing everything that you want it to do. You're getting your HP boost, which is necessary. As an Aerith player, I'm going to tell you something. HP, HP, HP. Other stats are secondary to HP. It's HP, healing, then magic attack. In that order, it will never change. So when you see this, you're like, wow, this is amazing. But what hurts me, let's go to this banner. This is the perfect setup for a healer. This is the perfect stats for a healer. And I don't know why the heck they gave it to her. I know they're trying to make her a healer, but overall she's better as a DPS. So I don't understand why they gave her this perfect costume for healing. And yeah, if they gave her boost HP and boost physical attack, I know that'd be taken away from the overall premise of her being a healer. I understand that. I understand that. I get it. I get it. But you come around here and this is perfect for a magic caster. This is perfect. But if you're trying to build her as a healer, then you're like, dang, man, it's perfect, but then it's not perfect because you want boost HP and boost healing like you get with Tifa. So, uh, uh, it's good, but that's the problem I have with it because you want Aerith to do magic attack, but not before she does healing. It's a great costume. It's a it's amazing. It's a good costume. The whole setup is good. It's just that you're gonna have to really tweak your Aerith in order to get the most out of it. But yeah, this is actually really good. So let's talk about her other weapons real quick. Let's go to confirm and wish list, and I'll show you why Sun Umbrella is kind of a something that you want. So we look at here, you get boost magic attack and boost lightning potential. This is all good, but it's an AoE attack. This is an AoE attack. I mean, it's a good weapon, AoE attack. This is buff. This is the AoE attack. This is an This is a single target, but it's win. This is a buff. And this has a low attack mod. So we're looking at, overall, we're looking at one of her best weapons. We really are. So for me, and overall final assessment, I really think this is a banner that you need to consider pulling on. Why do I say that? Because first of all, if you're an Aerith player, you're actually looking for a premium costume, and we don't know when the next time we'll actually get another Aerith costume. We don't know yet because they're gonna have to deal with Glenn. They're gonna have to deal with your boy Matt. They're gonna have to deal with Lucia. They already showed Red 13 some love. They showed Tifa some love. And for some reason, they decided to show Cloud some more love. And I don't know if they're going to show Barrett any more love because they really did Barrett a solid. And I don't know if they're going to continue to do that because he's not the most popular character. So if they continue this road down with Cloud when they give him a weapon, an element, and a costume to go with that, then this is gonna kind of want to have all of them at your disposal if you're gonna use Cloud to his maximum ability, because they're setting Cloud and Aerith to be pretty much a dynamic duo. And I know that Tifa is actually a really good unit, but the way they've set up Aerith and Cloud, they're well constructed units, and this banner shows that they're building on top of that. I don't think it's fair, but when we get into other videos, you're gonna see that they put some real thought and time into these characters. Don't think for a second that they didn't like use their brains and say, "Hey, man, we think Cloud's gonna be a big seller. We think Aerith's gonna be a big seller. We even think Tifa's gonna be a big seller." And so, in fact, they're the three best characters in the game right now. So yeah, I think if you are a spender, if you're a spender, if you're not a spender, then you can skip. But if you are a spender and you're looking to get the best out of this game, must summon. But that's it for me. Hit the like, share, subscribe button. I'm coming back with some more content. And we're going to really look at this game. And you're going to see there's a lot of mechanics at work. But if you master them, the game is pretty easy. Anyways, have a good day. And laters.